What's up, guys? Static in the Attic. First off, let me show some love to the people that are showing me love. To my new Patreons, Justin A, Daryl Spidey, Ingra O, Jeffrey S, Pamela Tara D, David G, Caprice Sister. Thank you guys very much. As always, I'm not going to use your real names that show up on the my screen. I'll keep everybody anonymous. And for everybody out there that has watched and supported this channel for the last year and a couple months, guys, thank you for sticking around through some changes. Okay, like I keep telling you guys, I can't put everything into one video. This isn't a joke about us YouTube creators that are actually in it for real getting messed with out there. But just so you guys know, all of the good important videos that I first put out are still up on my page. You just have to click on videos and then scroll down, and they're still there. There's a reason that I did this. I had to swat some flies, and here's the honest truth. I put my head down, went to work very hard. I wasn't watching other videos on the same subjects that I used to use as the, hashtag, as the main keywords and everything. And I realized that all of my hard work is getting tied in with a bunch of disinfo out there. Some of the biggest disinfo I've seen in a long time, and I'm not having any of it. So if you guys want to watch my older videos, they're still up there. Now, as far as the title of this video, why am I putting grand solar minimum in there? Well, it's because I'm trying to reach new people. I do like preaching to the choir. You guys know this, but you guys already know what I'm talking about. And I am trying to reach new people with all this because we're being lied to about everything. And, they keep writing this off as climate change. But with the grand solar minimum, I don't think that's the cause of what's going on. I think that is just another effect. And it's just one scientific term on how to describe what is going on. Sure, there's the 11-year cycles of the sun and everything, and then there's what they call the grand solar minimum cycles. What they don't explain about it is the outside forces that cause the grand solar minimums. Every time one of these happens, we have meteoric phenomena, we have comets in the sky, we have all of this stuff, plasma events, crazy auroras. Check out this recent dragon aurora. I'll talk about dragons in another video. Guys, these things are old as time. And we're getting sold this man-made climate change BS. So I'll shift gears as many times as I need to keep what I'm talking about away from the disinfo that is out there. And you guys don't, I hope you realize how big the disinfo is. I told everybody from day one that they're going to take a little bit of truth and then mix it in, and then they're going to make all of this look absolutely ridiculous because we stumbled onto some truth here. That's the way things work, okay? I hope you guys understand that. And I'll do my best to actually share some of the things that I've experienced with this that you guys aren't seeing out there. As by starting this channel and doing what I've done, I just trolled the whole system, really. So anyway, another video on that. This picture right here says it all. These are the layers of the cyclical catastrophes that hit us. And I keep telling you, I am horrible at trying to explain everything in one video. You have to just take it all together and piece it together yourself, just like I've done. Lately I've been making a big deal about the great conjunctions, the 800-year cycles that are spelled out very clearly in William Sullivan's book. The Incas knew about the 800-year cycles. But what I often forget to talk about is that there's still 200-year cycles. And so here, this one picture right here explains the 200-year cycles. Now, we get down to the 1642 flood. And before that, that was the 1300s, which I just did a different video on and explain it. It'll be tagged on at the end of this. You'll have the link there on the screen. That killed half the population of the world in what we're given as the dates as the 1300s. Now, looking at the 200-year cycle of things, I'd push that forward to the 1400s. I already explained very clearly how, if you look at the records for Peru and Europe side by side, and China, then they say there were catastrophes in Europe in 1350 and 550, and over in Peru with the Inca Empire, 1450 and 650, exactly 100 years apart. Guys, these were the same events. It didn't strike half the world and then leave the other half. But guys, now I know that these were the big ones. I'm not backtracking on where I started. We all know that this did happen in the 1800s, but it paled in comparison to what happened in the dates that were given for the 1300s and the Black Plague and all of that. If you're new on my channel, click on the icon, go to videos. I got all kinds of videos on there explaining what I'm talking about. Scientifically speaking, we call these periods the grand solar minimums, the Dalton minimum, the Maunder minimum. Strangely enough, it doesn't go back any further than that, but this is based off sunspots observations, and that's not the causation. That's just another one of the effects of the bigger scheme of things. So let's look at Kaifeng, China, which is right next to the Yellow River. This is just like our Mississippi River and the Mississippi Valley here in America. It's kind of the same geological formations. Back in 1642, the flood sent a deadly mix of, quote, mud and urban debris, basically everything that you have around you, at you. Now, I just did a video showing that 5 million people got carried away in floods back in what were given as the 1300s during that event. And also over in America, the Mississippian culture, the Hokkien culture, all got wiped out from the Mississippi Valley in America. Seeing a pattern yet? But I told you guys that was the broad brush. We're going in with finer strokes now. A new paper provides evidence that a historic Yellow River flood in China killed an estimated 300,000 people, suggesting the city of Kaifeng was to killer floods what Pompeii was to mega volcanoes. The writer of this article doesn't know half of what the other articles that are out there, what I've been studying. This is nothing compared to what happened a few hundred years before that. Now, in antiquity, it was one of the world's largest cities, serving as an imperial capital for several Chinese dynasties. The Yellow River is known to have flooded more than 1,000 times in the past 2,000 years, causing some of the deadliest flood disasters in recorded history, having claimed an estimated 1 million lives. Like I said, I'm reading an article that doesn't have the full story. The article I'm reading from will be in the description box. In a Newsweek article about the new study, the Jews of Kaifeng said that for 6 months, Kaifeng had been resisting a rebel siege on its outer defensive walls, and the governor faithfully ordered that the waters of the Yellow River be unleashed in hopes of destroying the rebel army. Guys, this is a popular theme, okay? All I can do is drop one dime at a time here. The walls were subsequently broken apart, but rather than the washing away, the rebels' raging dirty waters penetrated the low-lying city, taking a number of the inhabitants from 378,000 Okay, a whole bunch of people, okay? That's like the population of Costa Mesa, Santa Ana, dead and gone. It's because they used timing along with the natural floods to unleash this attack. Connect the dots, guys. The influx of floodwater entering the city created a deadly mix of mud and urban debris that they say significantly amplified the destructive power of the flooding Yellow River, causing it to cut through and tear apart everything caught in its wrath. Well, of course it would. It's like it's a tsunami, guys. It's a wall of concrete moving at you at 20 miles, 30 miles an hour. It's not only historic floods that the researchers' new investigation shines light on, for similar events are predicted to occur in our modern world, which climate Kang is expected to cause an increase in extreme weather around the world, wrote the scientists. Guys, this whole man-made, not she agenda, don't buy it, okay? You know better. And that was not a racist exclamation in any way. That was a regime exclamation, okay? So I just wanted to drop this little bit on China. I wanted to show you guys this one picture that clearly shows all of these cyclical catastrophes. There are people out there that know that these cyclical catastrophes occur, and they use these to their advantage. They'll even build up a dam, wait for the floodwaters to come, and then they'll break the dam down and send the waters downstream. Okay? Now look around you where you live and think about that. Especially places in America, especially places like right under Oroville Dam. That's just one small example out of 80,000 dams in America, and that's only America alone. According to this article, in North America, according to First Street, between 2000 and 2017, tidal flooding increased an average of 233% nationally, and predicts that in 2019, 200 million people in 25 North American states were at risk from flooding. Trying to explain the sharp increase in heavy downpours from flooding across most of the United States over the last 20 years, it is believed to be largely caused due to changes in sea level, surface temperature, and sea surface temperature, and these fluctuating environmental factors that bring in inconsistent, unpredictable, and increasing flood patterns. No, it's not inconsistent. It's not unpredictable. What they've done is erase this out of our history books so that you don't realize that these come every 200 years and that there's bigger cycles that bring even worse catastrophes. They know these are coming. They've been selling you man-made climate change. I'm on here trying to tell you the truth. Other people are on here like Dutch. I don't know the guy, but I can see his methodology and I can see that it works and I can see that it's being covered up. So when I see things like that, then yeah, he's got my support. We're not going to agree on everything, but I can see he's trying just like me. And censorship is very real. Like I said, I'll try my best to show you guys what has actually gone on with this experience of mine without being egotistical. And, it's not me trying to say I'm all that. It's just the way things are. I look at things scientifically, very factually, and I try to break it down like that. So here's the facts. This happens. Get it? Thank you to my new Patreons. Thank you for everybody that's stuck around. I'll play the crazy guy as many times as I need to bob and weave through this. And I'll shift gears as many times as I need to, because this is the only way I know to fight this fight, okay? Information is priceless at this point. So you guys really need to be looking around. You see what's going on and do what you need to do. doing the best I can here because I love you guys. I really do. And I really hope you're looking out for yourselves out there and looking out for each other. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Static out.